And go ahead and pan.
Okay.
Welcome everybody. Hello. There is actually one fifth person behind the camera that cannot see. Cameraman. So, all right.
Okay.
Now, welcome to my presentation on AI. So, imagine, if you will, you have just woken up from a long nap, and suddenly your dog comes up to you and asks you for a walk. Well, and as you're getting up to go take a walk, or take the dog for a walk, you notice something wrong. Your smartphone and all of your AI-powered devices are no longer working, and your phone won't unlock, and even your door won't open. Suddenly, you see a flash of light outside, and 3 seconds later, nothing. Now, what you have just experienced is a very common science fiction story. The science fiction story is called the AI apocalypse. Now, the AI apocalypse, it usually plays out just like this. Humans create AI. AI becomes sentient or self-aware, and AI sees humans as a threat to its existence, or possibly a lesser life form. AI destroys humans normally with nukes. Now, there's been many different science fiction stories over the years. Some notable ones, or some very many science fiction stories based on AI. Some of the most notable ones are the Terminator, The Matrix, and 2001: A Space Odyssey. Now, all of these stories are amazing stories. They have great plots. And they all have very similar endings, except for 2001: A Space Odyssey, because Stanley Kubrick had to be different. Now, AI is no longer science fiction. Now, the question is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? To answer this question, though, we first need to know more about AI. So, AI, or artificial intelligence, is a program or algorithm that has the ability to learn from repeated attempts to accomplish a task. What it does is it gathers the data, it creates a training module using that data, and then tests itself on that data, and then repeats the process over and over and over again until it is able to accomplish the task in the way that they want to do it. There are many different things in our life that we use on a daily basis that use AI. Google is a major thing that we use a lot. AI, or I have Alexa. You have cell phones, any other mobile device, stuff like that. Everything we have, computers, everything has AI in it. Is AI driven. Also, we have language translation and computation in real time, and we also have what's called facial recognition, and also deep faking technology, and now we have AI generated art. And yes, this is an AI generated picture, completely AI generated. Now, there are actually people who are saying in the very near future we could have completely AI generated video games. Sounds an awful lot like the Matrix, if you ask me. All of this development, all of this AI development has happened in just the past 5 years. A lot of this stuff has happened in just the past 5 years. So that development is kind of alarming. It means that development is growing. AI development is growing at an exponential rate. Global investment in AI in 2021 was $93 billion, and that was double the amount from 2020. So if you continue that doubling amount every year, it's going to continue to exponentially grow. There were 30 times more patents created for AI in 2021 than there was in the past 5 years from 2015, or not 6 years, but there's 65.4% of all PhDs in the AI industry or AI field go to industry versus academics. So that means that the industry is taking up all of the AI experts, and that means the industry is growing AI at an exponential rate. Now, unfortunately, all this growth is kind of concerning because the federal government is doing very little to regulate the AI market. They haven't produced enough regulations. And so because of that, AI crime has started to explode. Some notable examples of what has happened is the deep faking of President Vladimir Zelensky at the beginning of the war, him surrendering to the Russians. Also, there was a AI monitoring system developed by Intel that was then used on students without their knowledge or consent. And then also there's the innumerable amount of AI spam bots and different information gathering programs out there that scam people all the time. Now, like I said, the government hasn't been doing very much to stop that, to stop this AI abuse. They proposed 130 bills in Congress to combat the AI problems, but only 2% of those laws were actually passed into law, which is very concerning. So now, with the slow rate at which regulations are being passed, there's the question of whether or not AI development is even safe. Recently, a open letter from Elon Musk, Apple co-founder, and 1,000 other industry developers has been written up and produced or given to the industry leaders that are in charge of all of these AI programs. And in that letter, I quote, "Should we let machines flood our information channels with propaganda and untruth? Should we develop non-human minds that might eventually outnumber, outsmart, obsolete, and replace us?" So now the question is, what can we do? What can I do to help stop this? One of the things that we can do is we can write to our leaders and express our concerns about the growing the regulations, the lack of regulations on AI development. We can also share the open letter of Elon Musk to the world. Share that letter to your friends and other people and try to help him spread the word about this. And then also share with your friends about the dangers of AI development. Now, before I end this talk, I'd like to just clear something up. I'm not saying that we should boycott AI entirely. AI is a tool. It is a very good tool. It helps us with our daily lives a lot, and if it is used properly, it is an amazing tool. Sometimes some people would say that it's a little bit too useful, but now what we need to do is we need to make sure that AI development is regulated, and also that the AI is trained properly, and then that way the evil AI stays firmly in the world of science fiction. Now, Hal, open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Gabe. I'm afraid afraid I can't do that.
Maybe. All right. Okay. Thank you for coming to my presentation, everybody.